Dun, dun.
Dun 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 dun. Okay,
Da-da-da.
we're
The worm said,
alive.
"Long live the worm." I mean, not long live the worm. Long live us.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's dark. Actually, in the way that it has prior, the darkness is starting to like that like weird like thick miasm of darkness is starting to clear up in the way that it has when you've killed phylacteries before. And I think Step, it would occur to you because you know how magic works
Yeah.
that this last phylactery that you came to kill probably absorbed all of the magic from the previous two that you already killed. So it was like the concentrated last bastion of Nazara's life force, and then you fed it more magic, and it exploded, which is not like the cleanest way to take care of it, but you did it.
Right.
You did it.
That's like when you get a watermelon, but you don't have a knife to cut it, so you just hit it with a hammer, and everybody just breaks pieces off of it.
Yeah,
You
it's
don't
not
have a
like
knife,
that
but
at
you have
all,
a
for
hammer,
sure.
but.
Yeah,
All right. So
literally don't know what you're talking about, but yeah.
What?
I like creep over. I creep out from behind the rock and like go over to like I want to grab the dagger, not with like maybe I get it with like the edge of my cloak and
Mm-hmm.
like put it in my bag. Like I want to examine it later.
You hear whispers in the back of your mind, but they're not. It's not clear.
Okay, this is obviously a thing that I need to have my gnome brethren, who are awesome at everything. Gnomes are great. Take care of. So yeah, no, I do that. I put
So
it.
you're picking up this dagger, and there's like a clatter of armor as these three orcs like rush past you, and they're like, Alizarin, it's Rosebud told us about you. The one in the front says.
Oh, really? Okay. Well, it's nice to meet you. Um, how how did you guys get here? Why are you here? What's going on? I tried to stop Rosebud from exploding. I guess she would have. I don't even know. This is so crazy. What can you tell me? Why were you here in the first place?
So the one in front, I think his name is going to be.
Ed.
Let's see. If she's Rosebud, I think his name will be um, Thistle. His name is Thistle. Um, and just to keep their naming conventions clear, his name is Thistle. It's probably like a name in Orcish, but it translates to Thistle like hers translates to Rosebud.
Mhm.
And none of you have the proper mouth apparatus to say it in Orcish, so she's like, just call me Thistle. Um, he says it's been they've controlled so many of us and fed us to that pit. Rosebud was to be the next sacrifice, but we wanted to stop that. We weren't prepared for whatever that was that you fought, but we do thank you for rescuing her.
One, who is they? And two, controlled how? That
So
is
they
just
like
like, tell me about this.
there's like that awkward moment where like everybody's like really tall and they're like, did you?
Yeah, I
Then
come
they
up, I'm
look
like
down.
2.5 feet tall.
They
I'm
look down
basically
and
the
they're like,
length of
my
your
God.
spear, shorter.
And Thistle like looks and bows his head a little bit and he's kind of squints and he's like, a gnome? I
Yes,
thought you were all dead, but
you
apparently
thought wrong. Us gnomes are great magical beings. We created a floating city. Didn't you hear?
Wasn't that the point
I
that people wouldn't hear?
No,
yeah,
we
he's like, I have to confess,
Yay! Come on.
this is all very confusing. Um, when I say they, I mean the cultists, the curiosity cultists. They
Like
were
that
using
guy who's gray before.
the guy who's gray,
The gray guy that we killed?
the drow.
No, I mean, maybe the
The
drow?
guy they were attacking when we first got
Yeah,
here.
the guy that they were attacking.
Oh, the abomination. He says, no, that's what they do to us before
Ooh.
they feed us to the thing.
Ooh.
I don't know who that was in its previous life, but I'm glad we put it out of its misery, at the very least. But yes,
So while this is
curiously.
happening, I ask Zisa to come help me inspect this beast. So we can continue with that, but that's what I'm doing while
Okay.
they're like.
You're muted, right?
Sorry. Yeah, I go with you to do that. Let me go over here. Whoops. Sorry.
Yeah, so yeah, and also like how did they use magic or like how did they ensnare your minds? Very
It
curious.
must have been magic. There's some force. We felt it even in this battle. This force that came from whatever that thing was that overpowered us.
From the creature in the pit. There were no other helpers or people we should be worried about.
There were a few drow in the area, but they
We've
mostly.
murdered them.
They have been murdered.
She says matter of factly, like.
And he nods like that's an appropriate thing. Like, as you do.
Drow.
As you
Yeah.
do. See a drow, kill a drow.
Absolutely.
And he says, yes, we've killed a handful ourselves, but for the most part they've decamped to some structure in the north.
In the north.
Nods.
Do we know where what's her butt Nazara herself resides?
I think there's somebody that has some information on that. But we'll get back to that.
Oh, right.
So yeah, he tells you of this this structure, this monument, this temple, something that they've created to the northeast on this little peninsula. And they've heard rumor of this thing that they've created for Kyrian arrival, reincarnation, takeover. It's unclear. What is that kicking back?
What?
Oh, it's me. Sorry. It's totally me. I was totally kicking my chair. Be quiet now.
Cool. So basically, we need to get everybody out of here. What do you have any more people that are like left? Like, what's the
Yeah.
situation with your people?
We can
He
save
knows.
you and take you to Atherton, the grand floating.
He shakes his head. He says, we have to rebuild here. There's some of us were scattered in caves around the plains. It'll
if you
take
wish
time
to
to
live in
regroup.
caves.
Rebuild, but there's devastation everywhere. Why don't you just come with us? It'll be safer.
We can't
What is
abandon our
left
way
here?
of life. The plains are left, and we are the tenders of this area. We can't just abandon it.
I look around.
And what,
just
live
like
in
desert.
stone houses? He
No,
snorts.
but at least be safe for the time being, and then you can rebuild. We don't know if we're safe yet.
Give me a persuasion roll.
I mean, who knows? There could be more creatures like that under the sand.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I'm helping. Doesn't matter.
He looks down. He says, we will think on it. What you say is wise, but it will take time to get word throughout the plains.
Shouldn't we wake up Rosebud and ask her opinion?
Oh, I'm taking her with me.
She
I
does
mean,
not get a vote.
do we
She's
like want
unconscious.
to? Do we want to like
She
bring
don't
her?
get a vote. I mean,
bring
we
her to
can try to resuscitate her.
No.
I was waiting to see if we were like actually safe.
Hmm.
I vote that we go back to Atherton and rest in safety, where there aren't giant worms underneath the sand.
Speaking
I
of
don't
giant
like-
worms that live under the sand, Zisa. Help me.
Yes. You're
Help me.
looking at the
Help me inspect this
are you
creature
looking
for anything. But I'm basically like helping her inspect it for whatever information we can kind of get from it as far as what would be useful if we were to,
Yeah.
or like
And
is there any part that we can harvest from it? Is there anything that like gives us a
Yeah,
like
investigation with advantage for help. So the 20, this thing is obviously not from this plane. You know your nature, and this is unnatural AF. Number one. Number two, you can see the cavity where the phylactery was stored and where like there's like this pit within this, what's left of this worm where this thing exploded. And you can kind of still feel some magic like leaking out of it. 3, there's nothing of value really to take from it. It doesn't have any poison glands, and what magic it had, it has exploded. It's not functional.
it has teeth,
And
right?
it doesn't have like a head anymore. Not really.
Right, but can I find like a tooth on the ground?
Give me a perception check. Yeah, you find one, like it's like the explosion was so forceful that it's like stuck in that rock spur that you were standing next to. So you like yank it out,
Yeah.
and you have one tooth of
Cool.
this thing.
Yeah, it was more for souvenir than anything.
You do collect body parts. Alas, this thing has no kidney, or it does not.
Okay. All right. What was it called?
The bottomless one.
Giant purple worm tooth.
Yes, sure. Sure.
Okay.
You are like a Dungeons and Dragons hoarder.
No, I want
It's
to
really
make
true.
I want to make a necklace out of it and give it to somebody. Thanks.
Okay, that tooth looks gross. It still has some of the gums attached, and it's scary. And I wouldn't want that as a necklace.
Okay, I'm gonna wipe it off on your cloak if you don't leave me alone.
I back the fuck up.
Can we go? These orcs obviously don't want to come with us. They have shit to do, just like the dwarves.
Alizarin, are you bringing your mother?
Yeah.
Okay. I draw a teleportation circle in the sand and get us the crap out of here.
All right. Yeah, you get back to Atherton.
I give
And
the dagger with like a piece of cloth wrapped around it to one of the gnomes that greets us and tell them to bring it to like the researchers, and I'm gonna go like hang out with them and research after I rest.
Okay. So you're like doing your
It's probably
debriefing?
Yeah, definitely. Like, I mean, I didn't meet the gods, so I don't think that it's super necessary. Like, I am instigating this, but I'm doing the researcher thing when I attempt to learn or recall. I mean, it's not necessarily a piece of lore, but I want to learn about this thing. So, can I do that? Can I, even though I failed the, I'll use somebody else's arcana to check this out.
So yeah, they're definitely gonna put some midnight oil into it and look over it while you guys sleep.
Okay.
I want to ask her where like the library is, for lack of a better words, so that I can go there. Great. So can we go like start describing what this beast was like, so we can.
Wanting to sleep?
What time is it?
It's probably like late afternoon, I think.
I'm kind of magically exhausted.
Okay, well, point me in the direction of the library.
So demanding. Yeah, okay, I would take you to the library. All the books are like yay small, really little.
Yeah.
The shelves go like up to your like, shoulder.
I want to ask the old bearded gnome librarian describe the situation of what we saw and ask him if it's ringing any bells as far as what kind of books we could find information about them in. I'm basically doing homework to like get background on this creature to hopefully have it help us expect what to encounter as we progress.
Large purple worm, you say? It spat rays at you. It's very interesting. It does ring a bit of a bell, something I heard about in my youth, many, many years ago.
Many years.
Many years. I will think on this and see if I can find any resources for you to investigate this situation further. I don't think things like that are normally on this plane of existence, but many things that shouldn't be here are here these days. He kind of like looks at you pointedly and then looks around. It's like, yes, I'll get the appropriate resources for you. Of course.
That sounds wonderful. You seem very excited about it. I'm looking forward to hearing what you have to say.
Oh, there is nothing better than a bit of research for an old librarian like me. This is very exciting.
You're welcome. And I did not leave.
So, I think when you leave the library, you hear like rushing footsteps, and oh, Lorian, I was looking for you. Somebody told me that you came to the library, and I almost couldn't believe it. But I'm glad I found you.
I like roll my eyes and totally like leave. I get out. I like got him to the library.
Get out.
I see her and I'm just like, oh, the flirting. Ugh, gross.
Yes, the ever so beautiful, ever so lovely Liliandra.
I tell her that I had this one errand to run before I was gonna go clean up. I didn't want to come see you before I had a chance to get all of this monster ick off of me.
And she's like looking at your face, and then like her eyes look at the rest of you, and she like takes a little bit of a step back. She says, "Oh, yes, you've had some travels, I can see."
Mm-hmm.
Well,
mm-hmm. How's Calithra doing?
Oh, you'll be astounded when you see her. The transformation is nearly complete.
Did she say yes to the dress?
Well, she didn't, but I convinced her.
Oh, that's good.
It really is fortunate for her that I met her.
It is indeed. I agree. She has a lot to learn about our culture, being new to what we are.
She nods. Sad what happened to the high elf culture, but together you and I can bring it back to the glory that it once was.
That certainly is something that could happen. Yeah.
I'm so glad you agree. Oh. Silly me. I came here with a message for you. Yes.
Oh, okay.
The goddess, Avant, she has instructions.
Mm-hmm.
I was told to have you come to the council chamber, but, if you need to get refreshed first, definitely you could go to the inn and, take a bath. I'm sure.
No, I don't mind seeing her looking like this. It's okay.
And she blinks a couple times, and she's like, "You can be yourself with me, Lorian. That's a little hurtful."
Oh, not anything to do with that. I just don't mind her seeing that there are sacrifices that are being made for her benefit. That's all.
And she literally doesn't get it at all. And it's like,
Yeah.
Okay, well, fine.
But after I meet with her and clean up, we'll certainly have dinner and discuss what our adventure was.
Oh,
Like.
that sounds lovely. I'll talk to the chef and have them prepare something special for you.
Wonderful, thank you.
Okay.
Okay, bye.
She just looks at you.
So how long has Liliandra been here in Aetherton? How long do we leave her here?
How long?
We came back after the dwarves, right? We came back for a night after the dwarves.
Yeah, it's
but
probably been
how much has she been
yesterday? Were we even gone overnight?
I think it's been maybe a week at most that she's been in town.
So
And
is she
she's
like all up in like the gnomish society? Are they like fawning over her, or are they
oh,
like?
the gnomes are they're like very. There's like several things going on where she's astoundingly beautiful, and they're like, she's astoundingly beautiful.
Mhm.
She's also not very bright.
I
And
feel like
notice that immediately.
I feel like she's a flamingo surrounded by penguins.
Yes, that's pretty much what's going on.
So they're like, "Oh, you're really pretty. Oh, honey." Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a good thing you're really pretty.
Yeah, I feel like gnomes are more like about like this than they are about this. So they're all like, okay, yeah, you can have your mirrors. All right. Like
Yeah. So
okay,
there's like a weird interaction going on there. Like they're not like super into like beauty or looks or outward appearances. She's just stunning. Like you can't help it.
Yeah, absolutely. Then I'm not worried. If she was like getting all up in gnome like politics, I'd be like, I think we should talk about this. But if they're like, she's an idiot, then I don't care.
Yeah, they probably like asked her some questions about how she was going to move forward with like rebuilding her people, and she's like, "I'm gonna marry a Lorian."
Did anybody come with me to the library, or did the other people go do other things?
I mean, I led you there.
Steph was there.
Right. Did Alizarin and
yeah.
Zisa come?
Alizarin and Zisa, what did you guys do when you got back?
Find somewhere to I don't know, is there like a gnome spa? Somewhere to like take a bath and like
nice.
Just
I was actually
take a
gonna
nap.
say the exact same thing, like some kind of spa where I can be in like some form of a bathtub and I can like sleep. And
Yeah,
nap,
I just need to
like,
take a nap in like a seaweed wrap.
like get a facial. Yeah, I think the exact.
God, get out of here.
Exactly what I
imagine there might be a pool that might serve as a bath for like one of you, but
yeah, you guys like rent out the pool.
We buy the whole pool.
They've used up all of their seaweed to wrap Zisa's leg.
Why would we have seaweed?
They keep it on hand. Who knows? It's a spa.
Yeah, is there some like
It's imported, hello? They teleport to the ocean, get seaweed, and come
There's
back.
probably like alchemists that have seaweed, and they're like, "You want to do fucking what with it?"
Yeah, like some oils or like I'll buy like a bag of sea salt to pour in there, and
Nice.
Yeah.
Zisa can like heat it up with her flames.
Yeah, I'll heat it up. I'll like do some fire. I'll breathe some fire. I'll use my fire breath and heat up the pool. Heat it up. And just in there, wrapped in seaweed.
Hell yeah! Oh, that's so nice.
Yeah, that's exactly what I want to do.
Is this a dragonborn thing or like a tiefling thing? The whole seaweed bathing thing?
It's just, I've heard some fancy people say that that's a nice thing to do. And I thought I'd like to do it myself.
I mean, I think as a druid, I love seaweed. It's a plant, and I believe in its healing.
So it's a druid thing.
It's something that people do if they care about their skin. Gnomes obviously don't care about what their skin looks like, so it's
we
fine.
get really like wrinkly gnomes. Like, yes, you're old. That's great. You know stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We use seaweed. We use the essential oils, all the organic stuff that druids really believe in.
Oh, hell yeah.
Okay, I'll leave you.
It's very
to it
holistic.
then. I'm gonna go just sleep in a bed. That's what I do to relax.
And I feel as good as this made up bathtub. Hot stone massage, someone in chat. That's what I want to. Hot stone massage. Rub rocks all over my body. Yeah.
When I leave the library, I ask like a gnome guard or whatever where they've seen my friends head off to, and when they tell me that they've headed to the spa.
Well, they went to the pool and made it a spa.
Right.
We own
Right.
this town by
When
now.
they're basically in a well, just being like. um, I think to myself, they deserve that, and I go instead of like grabbing them and taking them away, I just go to the council chamber by myself.
Okay. So, yeah, we cut from them like frolicking in the spa. Steph, I assume you're staying in the library, or do you go?
I'm
I
gonna
think she went
go
to bed.
rest.
Oh yeah, you went to bed. Okay, right.
Yeah, I'm tired.
So Lorian, you ascend the Gnomish Tower to the council chamber, and the Gnomish Council is sitting there at their table, and they all look a little nervous. And standing in the center of the room is the crone.
The crone?
Yes, the crone.
What?
Interesting. Okay.
Oh, I'm not here.
And she looks at you and she says, or she looks you up and down and she says, huh, well, you're alive.
Seems like we've both looked better.
Look, I've done a lot of work. I've been busy too. You can thank me for rejuvenating the world. But we have one more step yet to fulfill, and I have to conserve my energy.
All right.
So, curiously, now, I'm not going to ask you to fight a goddess. I got that.
That's surprising, but okay.
Don't start with me. It's been a long day.
Agreed.
Let us speak like adults, maybe. So, curiously, I'm going to fight her. But what I do need you to do is get me in past all of her bullshit. She's not going to fight me face to face, so I got to sneak up on her.
All right.
And I need you to carry me through her temple or whatever that garbage is that she built for herself. I need you to carry me to her altar.
Okay. Are you going to be in a diamond again?
You're very smart. That's why I like you. Yes, I'm going to go back into the egg, and I need you to get it to the altar. And from there, I'll battle curiously. You'll probably have to deal with what's left of Mizara.
Should I just throw the diamond on the ground like a Pokeball and it'll just pop out?
I don't know what the hell you just said, but if you throw me,
how do we activate your egg?
Just put me on the altar.
Okay.
I'm not stuck in it like I was before. I'm just
Gotcha.
hiding.
So, have you had a chance from the skies, as you were saving the world so valiantly, being able to scout what we should be expecting to head through on the way?
Some. She's got most of her Drowish army there. She's got some abominations that she's cooked up. And I wasn't able to see into this thing that she's built, so I can't give you a layout. But I trust in your ingenuity. You're still alive, after all.
Are you able to sense if we've put an end to Nazara in her entirety?
You've broken her immortality, the lich thing that she was doing. She's much diminished.
But
she's
still alive.
Way weaker, but she's still a problem. And she's
We
probably
destroyed
not...
all her Horcruxes, but not the one inside of her.
Right.
Sorry, Harry Potter nerd.
So you're going to need to take care of her, and you need to get me to this altar. And then you'll probably want to get out of the area because the two goddesses fight. It's not pretty.
All right.
It sounds like something you could do.
Yeah, where should we head?
So the gnomes have this like tactical map. They probably magically project it onto the floor so that it's like of a size that you could even look at.
Mm-hmm.
And if we go to our oh so beautiful hex map, you will see on this little frozen peninsula here that there is a weird pyramid. And I'm pinging it for you.
Yeah.
And it's been there since the beginning of the campaign, but now it's finally time for you to go. And she says this. I hate to even call it a temple because it's really. Wait till you see. You think Drow don't know how to design? Let me tell you about Curiosity. It's ugly, but that's where her house is, and we need to go there and fucking wreck it.
All right. Um, is this time sensitive?
Not so much. Now that I've rejuvenated the world, time isn't as much of an essence as it was before. You guys have some time to let the gnomes finish making you whatever magical doodads are going to make you, and I can help along with that for a bit. But definitely prepare yourselves.
Okay. So when are you going to turn into a diamond? Right before
She
we're
looks at
leaving?
you. As soon as Lizarin gets over here to pick me up. You thought I was going to ride in your pocket? Because I'm not.
I have the sneakiest pockets.
I know that. No. I need my champion to come here, and then I will become a diamond. As a matter of fact, where is she?
Your champion's bathing in a well.
Okay.
Hmm.
I'll talk to her about that.
You don't have to. She's earned it.
Yeah. So, all you all need to rest. And I'll still be here in the morning, and we can talk about our plan of attack.
Sounds good.
So go do whatever it is you do. Brush your hair because you look beat. And I'll see you in the morning.
All right, I turn, and as I'm walking out the door, as I exit the door, I just kind of say out into the room, "Purple worms are a bitch," and I just walk down the hallway.
So your girlfriend.
Alorian does not wholeheartedly disagree, so he does not say anything. Yeah.
Okay.
So then I go find them, and I'm like, my turn.
Cannonball!
Yeah.
So everybody has a nice spa day, a nice relaxing rest. And I think in the morning we see like a montage of you guys and the crone like talking about different defenses and angles of attack and how to approach and things like that. But I think awkwardly for this episode, I think we really need to kind of cut the action a little bit early and like really kick off chapter 4 with end boss dungeon time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And hopefully our next episode we can have Calithra back.
Yeah.
Okay. In that vein, I'm sure we'd probably get to it in the outros. We're actually gonna be out next week. In case we forget to mention, Britt is out of town, and Nadja is moving her life across the country from the Windy City to the state with the best weather in the country.
Yay.
But anyway, cool. All right, well that'll do us for tonight then. And Nadja, you said this was the conclusion of chapter 3, right?
Yeah, this is the end of chapter 3. You guys killed all the phylacteries. Good job,
Woohoo!
team.
Yay!
And in chapter 4, we will finally have the epic showdown of Avant and Curiosity with some PCs rubbing in the dirt on the ground while they fight. Essentially.
Yeah.
Sweet.
We should hopefully have our full cast back for this, for at least the beginning of this. Next time you see me, I will be in San Francisco, embarking on my new life adventure of working at Twitch. Oh my god. So yeah, it's gonna be a new chapter, full cast, new location for me. When we come back, it might even be new location for Blue Jay.
Maybe.
Maybe so.
And we're gonna, in the interim, we are gonna think more about what things you want the gnomes to make. I know what Blue Jay wants, but give that some thought. We're gonna update our beliefs, instincts, moving forward, and really think about where our characters are going, how they're gonna, like, if Valorian doesn't pick one by the end of this campaign, one, both, or neither, like, we just need some resolution on that plot line.
I mean, depending on whether or not both of them are still alive by the last episode, that may make the decision for me.
Fair.
So I may just wait till the last episode to really reveal, what the situation is.
Wow.
So yeah, Prophecy, we've been playing for almost a year. My God.
Wow.
And we are headed to the final confrontation in our next chapter. And I'm going to take these 2 weeks to come up with some absolute horseshit dungeon. You all are going to fucking hate me.
Yeah.
Excited!
We'll all be dead before we even get to the final battle.
You just
Right.
like crawl to the altar and you're like...
Yeah, exactly. I'm just, Elizabeth's just like limp and I'm lifting her up so she can put the diamond on the altar, and I've got like arrows in my legs. Yeah.
And I'll be fine. I'll just teleport out of there.
She doesn't make it, so Zisa has to like thorn whip the diamond from her hand to the altar because Elizabeth can't make it.
Yes. There you go. There you have it.
Perfect.
Good one.
Yeah.
That's it.
It's going to be amazing. So if you've been sticking with us this far, stick with us a few more weeks and we're going to close this out with some Hot Mess Express. It's going to be great.
Woo!
So who are we? Who are you watching tonight? I am Rob. I am at Ishtara Wins on Twitter if you want to follow me, if you do the Twitter thing. And I was a Lorien, the High Elf Arcane Trickster Rogue of the party. That's why I was casting spells. Some people in chat were like, why is the Rogue casting spells? Are you multi-classing? No, I'm just an Arcane Trickster, so I have a very small pool of spells to pick from. What else? Oh, and no, that's it. That's me. I was gonna say something, but I'm not ready to say it yet.
Okay.
Oh.
Jess, who are you?
Fine.
Oh. Hi guys, I'm Jess. Thank you so much for watching our little game. I've had such a fucking blast. I love these people. I love D&D. I love all of you. I don't have a whole lot to say. I'm still on the internet. Follow me on Twitter to see when I'm streaming and making art and talking shit.
Sylvan has a website and it's lovely.
Also
I
that.
do. Sylvan.com also.
And Patreon, right? Patreon? Whatever.
Mhm.
Yeah, I support Selden on Patreon.
Oh, she does. It's so nice. So nice of you.
Blue Jay does it, and you can do it too.
Yeah.
Brett, who are you?
It's me, Brett Wiseman, or Chair Hex. Thank you for watching.
Those notes are literally everything she's about to announce.
Right, I'm like, are you?
I don't know why. Like, if I'm talking, I had paper in my hands. I'm like, I better
stack them.
Has nothing to do with what I'm talking about, but it looks like I'm. All right, I'd like to thank. Thanks for watching. I'll be gone next week because I'm going to PAX East tomorrow, and then on Sunday I'm flying from PAX East to South by Southwest. So if you want to see the results of the work that I do, you can watch /Twitch this weekend and next week. We're gonna have some cool stuff going on. South by is gonna be an interesting show. So come watch, and I'll see you guys next time. I hope everyone has a great night and a great weekend. And that's me.
Blish.
Back to you.
Thanks, Britt, for the weather. I'm Blue Jay. I am BlueJay_712 on Twitter, just Blue Jay on Twitch. I'm also going to PAX South tomorrow. East. I'm sorry. It's the other
Blish
one.
just flies to Texas for like no fucking reason.
No reason. Just, I'm going to Boston. East. The
Yay.
East one.
Boston.
Yeah. And I'm gonna hang out with Britt, and it's gonna be good times. And so you can see me there. Schedule's up on my Twitter if you want to.
You're gonna be on PJ Sultan.
I am gonna be on PJ Sultan.
Sunday, guys. Sunday.
I'm salty as
Watch PJ
hell.
Sultan on Sunday.
That's true.
Ah,
It's gonna be
you should
so
watch me
good.
play Overwatch sometime. Anyway, but yeah, you can find me on the internet and also on twitch.tv/roll20 app. Obviously not tomorrow or the next day, but on Thursday and Fridays we play role-play games over there. So what, do the thing. Yeah. Go for it.
And last but certainly not least, I'm Nacho T. Craig, Tris Ray, your GM, DM for this adventure. Since everybody else has taken the time to say it, most of you, I also want to thank you guys for being my very first D&D group. This is the first time I ever ran D&D, and it's been a very positive experience, and you guys make it awesome.
Yay.
Thank you for being my very first DM, Nadja.
Yeah.
Ah! Okay, bonding moments. But yeah, so as Britt said, no prophecy next week. We also won't have Apocalypse World tomorrow because Britt's in that too, and Britt has a job to do. And I will also soon be doing this job because Britt's gonna be my coworker because I got a job at Twitch.
Yes.
But yeah, this weekend I am doing my final packing and cleaning, and then early next week I'm moving to San Francisco. And then the week after that, I start my job at Twitch, and it's going to be amazing. But my life is going to be very touch and go for a couple of weeks. If you want to like follow me, like having existential crises about needing to pack but not packing, you can follow me on Twitter for that. Also, as I go around Chicago to take care of errands and taking pictures because I'm already homesick, and I have an Instagram for that. Where I also
you just started using Instagram.
Yeah, and I take pictures of my face, and I take pictures of Chicago. And so yeah, those things are going on. I thought I was going to be able to stream this time that I have off, but I'm totally not streaming. I'm like, I could just like eat gummy bears and relax. I think we're going to do that. So not much is going on my Twitch channel for a while, but soon, TM, I have projects in the work, and I will tell you about them in the near future.
Can I please plug my cat's Instagram real quick? Because I've been taking some really good pictures of them lately. It's Sheriff and Desperado with an underscore around the and.
Oh my god.
Instagram
If
for
you
your
like cat photos, they have their own Instagram account, and I just took out my Canon and started taking better photos of them.
Holy shit, let
Blue
me
Jay.
at it.
So if you love my cats as much as I do, feel free to go find pictures of them on there.
Blue Jay, don't judge. I have a Facebook page for my cats.
cat people.
Judging.
They're
Cat-
perfect. I
Cat
need to share
and
that with
dog
the
people,
world.
all of you.
Oh, well,
I
yeah.
have a dog, and I only post the occasional picture on my Instagram and submit. Everybody looks at it.
Whatever,
Are
I'm
you not-
following
They
these
don't
fucking
have their
cats.
own Instagram.
I'm too
Nice.
obsessed with my animals. If I posted animal photos on all my personal accounts, all it would be is animal photos, and people would think I was like some kind of weirdo.
Okay,
So-
but literally the
Own
fourth
account.
picture.
The fourth picture.
The fourth picture of Sheriff being like, you fucking what?
Yeah, some of these
I don't care.
cat pics get
Just
more
follow
likes than
this.
my selfies. Dear Lord.
Oh, me too. They all get way more likes than any photos on my regular account.
That's awesome.
Which means they're good. Anyway, thank you for that. Just
You're welcome. But yeah, so no Apocalypse World tomorrow. No prophecy or Apocalypse World next week. Correct, Britt? You're out.
Yeah, I'm gone till I leave tomorrow and I'm gone till next Saturday.
Okay, so yeah,
On the
we're
road again.
and it's not Brit's fault because literally I wouldn't be able to do anything anyway because I don't know where I'm going to be living in like a week. So we're on a bit of a break, but when we come back, it's going to be fire. So stay
Yeah,
tuned.
that's okay though, because that'll leave plenty of room, plenty of time for everyone to watch any VODs for things that they've missed to catch up before the last chapter starts. Which you can do if you scroll down below the stream. There's
Why
buttons.
is it a toothbrush?
Because you can scroll down below the stream. A
Which is so
pen.
fucking random.
He always has one.
Yeah.
No, normally it's a pen, but then it was a toothbrush, and I was like,
You know what?
Toothbrush
You know
before.
what? It's
That
a
was an
toothbrush.
Easter egg, and you found it.
Yeah.
Scroll down below the stream takes you to all the things. Click the buttons. Our VODs go up every Friday. So tonight's show's VOD will go up Friday if you missed any of it. Or if you want to catch up on past episodes for this show or VODs from all of our other shows. We've got literally hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of hours of role-playing VODs on our YouTube channel. Different casts, different people, awesome personalities, all that kind of stuff. If you just hate YouTube, you can just sub to us here and watch it on Twitch. But yeah, that'll do it for us for this evening. We won't be here next week, but we will see you the week after that for the grand premiere of Chapter 4 of Misscliks D&D Prophecy. If you are going to any conventions, safe travels and have fun. And we will see y'all next time. Thanks for hanging out. Bye.
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 Safe travels.
Good night, everyone.